This is the video everyone is reacting to.
Hey! That's not fair! That's not fair!
New Haven police body camera footage shows officers trying to cuff 52-year-old Sean Marshall inside of a New Haven office building he refused to leave after being evicted. Officer Justin Cole said in his report he punched Marshall in the head 3 times to try to gain control.
My immediate reaction was concern. It was alarming, and I was extremely bothered by what I saw and witnessed.
Roll over. I am not resisting arrest. Yes, you are. I am not a police officer. You punched me in the face.
And after police claim Marshall tried to run away, they took him down again, with Cole hitting him with pepper spray, which allowed police to finally cuff him.
Sean, don't make it worse, please.
Stop.
Red flags went up. I immediately reached out to the chief. I have been in communication with him. I spoke with him again today for about an hour.
A statement from New Haven Police Chief Tony Reyes read in part, quote, "We take use of force seriously, and the Internal Affairs Review will determine if the use of force was within the guidelines of department policy."
My initial impressions are the officers worked very, very hard to de-escalate and to help Mr. Marshall exit the building.
Marshall, who faces multiple charges, including assaulting a police officer, declined an on-camera interview request, but told Fox 61 on the phone he plans to file a suit against the city for between $1 and $3 billion. We also reached out to the New Haven Police Union, but because there is an ongoing investigation, they presently have no comment. Here in New Haven, Tony Terzi, Fox 61 News.